So you've been doing this for a couple years now. What are some of the lessons that you've learned as an entrepreneur, business owner, all of that?
Answer the phone and show up.
Oh, isn't that amazing, right? We talk about this all the time.
Yeah.
That is so basic, but it is so huge, and so many people don't do it, and I don't understand how they stay in business.
It's unbelievable.
If it is really hard as a small business to get anywhere ranked on Google. So if someone does find your information and they call you and you don't answer the phone, they already are calling you because they called 3, 4, 5, 10 other ones and they didn't answer. So it's like your one opportunity to do it. And then when you do, answer the phone. And what I tell other people that want to start businesses, if you actually care, like fundamentally care about your client, care about what their problem is, you help them solve it, not in some like slimy sales guy way.
Yeah.
And then you show up on time, clean, and do what you're supposed to do. It's hard to not be successful.
So I want to talk about that piece a little bit.
Yeah.
Because you shared an example of one in my neighborhood where you went above and beyond and you didn't have to do that. So let's talk about that refrigerator issue. Tell us that story real quick.
It just got completely resolved,
Really?
which is great. So I went in to change some RO filters, like super standard process. And this client, it's like a new home. I mean, you guys have been there.
Less than 3 years.
A couple of years.
Yeah.
I went to change the filters and test everything, and everything's great. Client's happy. And then I got home, and I think I was on my way to another call, and they calls me and say, "Hey, Blake, the water out of my fridge isn't working." You mean the water? Like, everything's turned on. No problem. I'll come back. So I go back, and sure as heck, like the water in the fridge is not turning on. So I'm like, all right, well, I got a couple of choices, right? Some of what I've experienced over the years in service industry. It's like, hey, I know that fridge didn't stop making water because of me, because I just went and checked, and water's coming out of the RO. Have a nice day, Mr. Client. I'll see you in a year for your next filter change. But that's the stuff that keeps me up at night as a business owner. So you could find me 15 minutes later behind the fridge, the whole thing pulled out with a voltmeter checking on like the fridge solenoid in the back, like completely troubleshooting the whole problem. And I went back there twice, right? And then I ordered the part.
So the solenoid went bad?
The solenoid went bad.
The fridge.
Yeah, just they call it plumber's luck, right? You're in there, you touch one thing and something else breaks. So I sat with the client and I troubleshot that it was the solenoid that went out. I ordered it for him, sat there with him, paid for it myself. I said, hey, I'm going to send it to your house. So as soon as it shows up, call me. And as soon as it showed up, he called me. I went over and replaced it.
Nice.
So had you not done that, you wouldn't have seen them in a year because they wouldn't have called you back.
For sure not.
And not just that, but I don't know if you know this, but there's a big, I think it was him that left a really cool review to the entire neighborhood in the Facebook page.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
That's
I
cool.
forgot to tell you about that. So.
Oh, that's awesome.
So that's cool. Yeah.
That's awesome. I think that's what makes business owners great, is when they do those unexpected things.
Sure.
We can all do what's expected, right? Like that's what's expected. But when you do something unexpected that is over and above, maybe outside of what your official job duty is, that's like what really can make a difference. And you don't do it for that, you do it because it's the right thing.
Sure.
But the benefits always come back tenfold.
Yeah, I had no idea you left me a
got
review.
I love that.
Yeah, I didn't know.
You just got free
great.
advertising.
Yeah, we'll take it. Instead of, someone, hey, maybe it was my fault. I don't know.
Right.
But either way, it's taken care of.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't want someone to associate my business with a broken refrigerator.
Oh, for sure.
Regardless of whose issue it was
sure.
or why it happened. Thankfully, I've wrenched on my own refrigerator a couple dozen times, so I had an idea on how to fix it. Yeah,
I'll be like super honest and open here. I had a situation with a client where they had moved out of the home and were out of state, and we had spent lots of money on landscaping because it's an acre property, and somehow from the time of them moving out until a few weeks later, the irrigation had been turned off, and so they had spent a lot of money on new plants, and those plants had died.
Ouch.
And they were so upset, and they were upset with me. Like, and I'm thinking, I didn't touch your irrigation. Like, I don't even know how to do that.
I don't even know how to turn it off.
I don't even know where it is, let alone how to turn it on or off, you know? So I clearly didn't do it. But also, I would never sabotage my own listing. But somehow, right, someone at some point had done that. And they were super upset. And I look back at it now of like, what could I have done better? I can't prevent things from happening, but I probably could have said, hey, let me help with replacing these plants, right?
Yep.
Like that would have said a lot to them because they were really upset that they had spent this money. So,
or sometimes just offering.
Yes.
Sometimes they'll
And
say
they're
like,
like, oh,
no, it's
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Like we got it.
Yeah.
But again, like actually fundamentally caring.
Caring.
Yeah.
Exactly. Not just doing the basics. Again, I think that's what separates the good from the great.
For sure.
So what else? What other lessons have you learned as a small business owner?
A lot. It takes a lot more than you think.
Yeah.
Right. And the family piece we talked about earlier, I find myself now running this business completely full time for about 3 months or so. I have to carve out the time for the family. Mm-hmm. You know, and
I agree.
Still have football practice to go
Yeah.
to. Like I still have a wife that would like my attention.
Yeah.
I still have kids that need things and dinner that needs to be made.
Yeah.
So it takes a lot. You're going to lose a little bit of sleep, but that's okay.
Yeah.
When everyone else goes to sleep, then you can go back to work.
Right.
Still get up in the morning, get the kids up to go work out and do all their things. But you need to block that time to be with them.
I love that. I think that's also a great thing. And you see a lot of really successful people that have like totally failing personal lives and they've missed that.
Yeah.
And to me, and we've said this before, like I could have the best business, but if I have a failing home life, then it's not worth it. And on the flip side, I would much rather have a thriving, successful home life because at the end of the day, that's the stuff that really matters and my business not be as great as maybe it could be.
Sure.
Yeah, we actually were talking about this the other day. One of my favorite quotes is David O. McKay. He said, "No success compensates for failure in the home."
Yeah.
So I don't care how much money you make, how successful you are, how good you look on social media. I don't care.
Right?
If your family life is failing,
It wasn't
none
worth
of that
it.
matters.
Yeah.
Right?
Because when we die, when we're all on our deathbed, we're not going to be sitting there saying, I wish I would have sold one more house. I wish I would have helped one more client, right?
Sure.
It's going to be the family stuff that really matters. And I feel like, thankfully for me, I have that perspective because my natural nature is want to just go and do
and
more
hustle.
and be better and crush it. And when you see, oh, wait, I have things suffering over here, I'm so thankful I learned that lesson early on. And it's not worth it.
I think that's why we got into the business, right?
Yes.
I mean, all three of us have left a corporate environment. It wasn't to go work 18 hours a day for ourselves, which happens some days.
Yes.
Right.
It was so we could spend more time with our families and be present and have more freedom.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't to just do the same thing I was doing,
Right?
but for myself.
Yeah.
That doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah. I love being a business owner too because I get to run it the way I want to, which for me is with integrity, right? With really caring about my clients. That's one thing that I genuinely pray over my clients, that they would know that I genuinely care for them beyond just the transaction. And I think that's an amazing opportunity that we have to be in those relationships. At the end of the day, it's the relationships that matter, right?
Sure.
And when you seek that, the money will come. And that's what's really awesome. But if you focus on serving at a high level, on really caring about the other person, all the other stuff takes care of it.
Yeah.
And that's what's amazing, that we get the opportunity because we are in a people-based business, that we get to have those encounters.
You get to meet so many cool people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
one of
you guys
the
met, right?
best parts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we met at a flag football game.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, over at Sossaman. And our oldest kids went to the Bridges together.
Yeah.
Right, but we had never met.
Right.
So
Yeah.
and I think within 5 minutes we were talking about business.
Yeah, I'm sure.
What
yeah.
path we were
Yeah.
on and your story
Yeah.
from where you came from, and it's awesome.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how life just, like, people just come in your life in random weird times.
I love it.
You know?
And you never know how that's going to impact, right?
Yeah.